Well, Bangladesh is on the boil after Sheikh Hasina resigned and fled the nation, currently taking a halt in India. Now, protesters stormed the PM palace and looted things from Hasina's residence. Jubilant crowds took to the streets to celebrate the victory after Army Chief General Waqar-ur-Zaman announced Hasina's resignation and ended 15 years in power. Now, Zaman has said that he would talk to the president to form an interim government meanwhile and had held talks with the main opposition parties as well as the civil society members. Now, listen into the man who now holds the reign of Bangladesh.
সেখানে আমরা সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছি যে একটা ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্ট আমরা ফর্ম করব এবং ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্টের মাধ্যমে এই দেশের সমস্ত কার্যকলাপ চলবে। আমরা এখন মহামান্য রাষ্ট্রপতির কাছে যাব যে এই ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্ট ফর্মের ব্যাপারে ওনার সাথে আলোচনা করে আমরা একটা ইন্টারিম গভর্নমেন্ট ফর্ম করে দেশ পরিচালনা করব। সেনাবাহিনী শান্তি শৃঙ্খলা বজায় রাখার কাজ চালিয়ে যাবে এবং আপনাদের সবার দায়িত্ব, ছাত্রদের দায়িত্ব, রাজনৈতিক নেতৃবৃন্দ এবং রাজনৈতিক কর্মীদের দায়িত্ব হচ্ছে সেনাবাহিনীকে সাহায্য করা এবং আপনারা মিডিয়ার মাধ্যমে আমাদেরকে এই যে একটু আমাদের সাহায্য করেন, সুতরাং আমরা তাহলে এই পরিস্থিতি নিয়ন্ত্রণ সহজেই নিয়ে আসতে পারব। আপনারা আমার সাথে সহযোগিতা করেন, দয়া করে আর এই ভাঙচুর, হত্যা, মারামারি, সংঘর্ষ এগুলো থেকে বিরত হন। আমি নিশ্চিত যে আপনারা যদি আমার কথা মতো চলেন, আমাদের সাথে যদি একসাথে যদি কাজ করি আমরা নিঃসন্দেহে আমরা একটা সুন্দর পরিণতির দিকে আমরা অগ্রসর হতে পারব।
Meanwhile, the BSF has issued a high alert along the India-Bangladesh border. BSF has also increased the deployment in the area. Train services, both passengers as well as the freight services going towards Bangladesh border areas have also been suspended. The BSF DG is camping in Calcutta to monitor the situation. Meanwhile, Meghalaya has imposed night curfew along the border with Bangladesh. And External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar briefed Prime Minister Narendra Modi about the crisis in Bangladesh. Times Now Group Editor-in-Chief Navika Kumar also spoke to former Foreign Secretary Harsh V. Singla. Let us listen to what he said.
Mr. Harsh Singla, if you say that BNP, the Jamaat-e-Islami are on one side, Sheikh Hasina was always a friend of India, do you think it's going to be challenging times for us to have any great understanding with any interim government which has these two elements, Jamaat-e-Islami as well as the BNP, and then Pakistan exulting, China won't be far behind? What does this mean for India?
Yeah, no, I think, as I said, it's a difficult situation. It could have been worse if that impasse had continued and there was more violence and more, I would say, bloodshed. But in a certain sense, it is somewhat controlled now. Now the situation is to engage those who are taking decisions and to make it clear to them that, in order for a viable relationship, which is, I think, very important both for Bangladesh and India. I mean, if you look at it from Bangladesh's perspective, I think cooperation of India is critical. So we need to engage them informally. I'm not saying formally, and I'm sure there are channels of communication open with all concerned, and to convey to them our serious concerns and our suggestions as to how they should proceed further on this and how, it could sort of lead to a situation where they could restore the democratic process and bring back. And as I think our External Affairs Minister has said, we are looking at all options very actively. So clearly, the meeting that Prime Minister has taken has looked at some of these issues, and clearly there are options for us that would enable us to retrieve what is...
But I was also reading, you said a lot of support is coming in from exiles abroad. Who are you referring to? And, for India, all options are being explored, but what are these options?
I think as of now, we need to remain engaged with all of our friends in Bangladesh. We need to keep our channels of communication open. especially with the armed forces and the military that has assumed that power. Even if they appoint an interim administration, it will be overseen by the military. So it is something that we need to get into that process and try and engage them on this. I mean, these decisions haven't been taken fully, and we need to be able to input on them. By exiles, I'm talking about those Bangladeshi nationals who are outside the country but who form very, very, I would say, serious lobbying groups with the Western powers. Mainly, Jamaat-e-Islami is a very strong lobbying power in some of these countries, and they lobby those governments to take stands and positions against their own government in Bangladesh. So these are groups that have been very active in the social media, active in that political space, and trying to create a narrative that we cannot fully share.